Hey guys, welcome back to Triples with Dip. Today we have the war between the Black Lodge and Clash Nerds. The Black Lodge actually perfect warred Clash Nerds. The final score was 90 to 84. Just a quick look at the top of the warboard. 4 Town Hall 10s not 3-starred, which come to think of it means 2 Town Hall 9s weren't cleared. I don't know how that happened, but that should never really happen in a top war clan matchup. Could be wrong, but unfortunately I recorded the replay a few days ago, so I won't be able to have another look at the warboard. Anyway, on to some attacks. The first attack from Jake the Great, coming in with a Archqueen Walk Go Low attack, basically golems and loons. Starts his Archqueen Walk on this east side of the base. Just dropped a line of wizards all along this northeast side of the base to clear all these trash buildings. The golem is tanking all the damage from the archer tower and wizard tower, so the wizards are able to take out those defenses. Meanwhile, his archqueen is taking out the CC. If you look at the base design, there's basically 3 air defenses grouped up together. This other expo is set to ground, so that's not going to affect the loons later on. With his kill squad, basically his archqueen and golems, etc., he should be able to take out 3 air defenses. If you're ever able to take out 3 air defenses for cheap, then finishing up the base with loons is not a bad option. He does have the archqueen to deal with on this opposite side, but he has so much damage from his BK left that won't be a problem. He drops a jump spell for the BK to jump into the archqueen. Eventually he aggroes onto her and takes her out after using the ability. As you can see, 2 air defenses are down. There's still an air defense on this southeast side, but the archqueen will eventually get to that. So pretty much all his loons are got to do is take out 1 air defense. The sweeper's facing the other way, so that's not going to be a problem. His archqueen's still alive and eventually takes out the expo. All that's left now is cleanup. So what I can take from this raid is you really need to look at where particular defenses are situated before you raid. If there's a vulnerable spot in the base, for example, heaps of defenses grouped up, then make use of that. Here's another example of that. All the air defenses are basically on the bottom, well, not the bottom, but away from the top of the base. Even the air sweepers are facing away from the top of the base, so he drops 2 dragons. They take out some of the trash buildings and eventually take out the archqueen. 1 dragon survives and continues to take out the trash buildings. On this west side of the base, he drops his golem, a few wizards, his heroes, a jump spell, etc. The CC's lured towards his heroes, drops a poison to take care of them. His golem actually triggers one of the double giant bomb spots, and there's another double giant bomb just below that. In my opinion, those are horrible double giant bomb spots. They're too close together. As you can see, 1 small kill squad got rid of both of them. So already he's taking care of the archqueen with 2 dragons, 1 golem and his heroes, a couple of wizards, etc., taking care of all the bombs, and only 1 spell was used. Now he pretty much can easily hog the rest of the base, drops his hogs around the south side, southeast, etc. Uses his 3 heals. He does have some loons and drops them on this northwest side. I'm not sure why he bought the loons, but regardless, I guess it worked. I would have just replaced all those loons with hogs, maybe kept 1 or 2 loons as a backup. But all in all, great attack, great use of the dragons to take out the archqueen in my opinion. The next attack from Khaleesi is a Loonian attack. She does have a CC golem, drops out on the south side of the base, basically to tank all the damage from the BK, archqueen, wizard tower, arch tower, etc. If you don't drop the golem, then your wizards are quickly sniped off, and you definitely want to take care of some of these trash buildings on the south side. If you don't take care of them, then your heroes are going to walk to the left or the right of the base. and pretty much kill your raid. So drops the jump spell, the heroes funnel into the compartment, easily take out the Archer Queen, uses the BK ability, and a CC Golem comes out. The Golem's gonna take a bit of damage to kill off, but in terms of stopping the air portion of the raid, they aren't going to be able to do anything. Even with the Archer Queen and one air defense down, it's still quite a hard base to balloon. Drops a Hound on the southwest side. A lot of the air traps come up. Drops some Loons on the basically west side, northwest side. Rages pretty much the core on top of the air sweeper. Takes care of the sweep and the air defense, but the Expo has probably about 10% HP left, and finally goes down to a dead balloon damage. Drops the other rage on the north side and the final rage on the east side. All that's left now that can really wreck is the wizard tower, but that goes down and the rest of the defenses don't have any chance. A lot of pups and balloons left. Easy cleanup. Great attack there. Now onto some Town Hall 10 attacks. The attacks I want to show have some pretty awesome lures, but I'll get into that a bit later. Starts this Archer Queen walk on the northeast side of the base. There's a easy air defense on pretty much the northeast side, northwest side of the base. Opens a compartment, and his Archer Queen will eventually take out that air defense. The problem with taking out the air defense is then what are you going to do? Your Archer Queen will obviously die to the Inferno when she walks forward. He rages his Archer Queen at the last second. She's just about to die and freezes the Inferno. Quickly takes down the Town Hall. Expo, Inferno still killing her off. The healers aren't doing anything at the moment. He uses the Archer Queen ability to get her back up to pretty much full health, I guess, with the healers healing her, and does manage to take down the enemy Archer Queen Inferno tower. Meanwhile, while that was happening on the southwest side of the base, he dropped his BK, opened up the compartment, and basically took out that whole compartment. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take an air defense, but he did lure the CC and distract that for most of the raid. Starts his flight on the southeast side of the base. Floods the base with some Loons and Hounds, obviously. One of them pops. Drops his haste, first haste, to speed the Loons around. The enemy Hound has finally made it up to the Archer Queen, and she's wasting her time taking that out. But while that happens, the Loons are slowly taking out the base. Does freeze the Inferno, and his Loons pretty much take out the rest of the base. Awesome lure there. Obviously the Archer Queen's still alive, made it through all those defenses, etc. All that's left now is for the pups and Loons, minions, etc. to clean up. And there we go. 3 stars. Okay, on to the next attack from T. Smith. His lure goes on for about 2 minutes, but nonetheless it was a pretty awesome lure. Starts his Archer Queen on the south side of the base. Drops a hog to lure the CC. He obviously wants his Archer Queen to actually kill the CC, the Hound and the Loon. Drops a couple of wall breakers to open up a compartment for his Archer Queen to enter after the CC kill. Drops a poison on the CC. On this northeast side, he drops a few minions to clear away some of the buildings. That's for his wall breakers BK later on. I just sped up the CC kill because it's pretty much a Archer Queen hitting a Hound for a little while. So the Archer Queen continues into that compartment. She finally takes down the air defense. That's our main target thus far. Drops a giant to tank a bit of damage from the Archer tower. Drops a rage on his Archer Queen and healers to quickly get her back up to full. She takes out the Expo and walks around to the right side and takes out the Archer tower. The Inferno unfortunately starts to hit her, so he is required to freeze the Inferno. drops a few wall breakers to open up a passage for the BK, and then some more to open up a passage for both his heroes. Awesome wall breaker usage there. Sends in his BK, he rages the BK, he quickly takes out the wizard tower, etc., and drops another rage on his archer queen. Awesome lure, good thinking to basically take out half of the defenses, I guess, and still have his archer queen up. Drops his flight from the southwest side of the base, pretty much floods the base with his hounds and loons. Still has a few haste spells left. I think I said this in the last video, but it's awesome to be able to use the new haste spell. Obviously you get 2 of them compared to the 1 rage. Final air defense goes down and pretty much 50 pups take out the rest of the base. Awesome lure, awesome attack there. The final attack was actually my favourite lure of the whole war. So we have Foreskins hitting base number 5, coming in with a 5 healer Archer Queen walk. He does have 1 golem, which I'll talk about later. Starts his Archer Queen walk on the northeast side of the base. Drops 2 archers on this northwest side of the base, just to take care of those 2 trash buildings. He wants his Archer Queen to walk to the east of the base and not to accidentally walk that way. And more importantly, later on, he doesn't want his BK to walk around the base. He wants him to walk inside the base. So drops a couple of wall breakers to open up this main compartment. Archer Queen slowly walking down towards the gap. Drops a jump spell and then his golem. At first I was confused when I first saw the replay. Didn't understand exactly why he needed a golem there, but he immediately followed it with the BK and started to make sense after that. So the golem and BK start to funnel into the base. The CC's lured. As you can see, the Expo is targeting the Archer Queen and the other 2 Expos are at the bottom of the base. The BK is pretty much hitting these defenses and Dark Elixir tank taking hardly any damage at all. His Archer Queen eventually takes out the enemy BK, and his BK finally takes out the Inferno Tower, then moves on to the gold storage, Tesla, etc. Little Skelly Trap pops out and the Archer Queen quickly destroys those. He uses the Archer Queen ability quite early. What I mean by that is she's pretty much full and he uses it. I'm pretty sure that's so the enemy CC Hound doesn't aggro onto her, and she does manage to take down that 3rd air defense. Now let's just look at how much of the base he's taken out with his lure. The Inferno, Sweeper, 3 air defenses. He's distracted the CC. Awesome. He starts his flight from this northwest side of the base. Drops the Hound and a few balloons behind. Drops his CC Hound from the west side corner with some more balloons behind. He still has 8 loons left and will drop them from various spots along the southwest side. He had dropped his haste spell on this northwest side to speed those loons up, and will drop his haste on top of the Expo, so it quickly takes out the Expo, Inferno, etc. Freezes the Inferno, and pretty much only 1 defense left that can hurt him, the Archer Tower, and that goes down. Loons take out the last defense and pretty much clean up from here. Once again, awesome attack. Was definitely my favorite of the war. Alright guys, that does it for the replays for the war, the Black Lodge vs Clash Nerds. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and until next time, peace.